Hello, everybody. Where's my water? I started the live stream. I thought I had everything situated, and I don't have my waters. The fuck? The fuck did I do with that? Anyway, what a great way to what a great way to start a live stream. Hello everyone. Sunday morning. All right. I think we got 3 people here. That's good. Yeah, we're just gonna do a little live stream. I was gonna do it with Duarte, but here's how stupid I am. I told him, I said, I'm stupid with time zones. I was like, "Are you good? Are you good with 12:30?" Like, because he's on Eastern, and I'm like, he's like, "Yeah," and I'm like, "Okay, cool." So then I set it for 8:30 Pacific because I can't do math. And I call him up just now and I go, Duarte, where are you, dude? We're starting. Show started. And he's like, what? It should I set it for 9:30 my time. So I can't do math. Okay. But that's okay. He's gonna show up anyway, because he's a good dude. But he needs to do some stuff first. So oh yeah, Zakanin. Yeah, the time change. You know what? I'm just gonna blame it on that. I'm gonna blame it on the time change. The time change happened. It's not that I can't do math. It's not that I'm dumb. Okay, it's not that I'm stupid. It's that it's the children that are wrong. It's the time change. How did I fucking do that? And I let that go for like 24 hours that way. Okay, like it was just like with the 3 hour like. Yeah, I call him up because he's like, "Oh, I gotta get something from the shop." I'm like, "Shop, we're on, baby. All right, it's like the Muppets. Da 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 da. Get on stage." No, so it's all right. I could filibust. Not that I have to filibust. I have some pickups. You guys want to see some pickups? First of all, let's see who's in the chat. Let's see who's going to be in the chat on a Sunday morning. I get it. It's Sunday morning. But thank you for showing up anyway. Okay. Casper's here. What's up, buddy? You got Dude Stuff 2025. You get T3K Nicolor. Good morning. You got Zakanin, my buddy Zakanin. Rumbles into the stream, if that's what Hatter's calling it. You got Dust Tapes right here. What's up, bud? You got Nolan B&B. Hi, Hatter and chat. Hello. You got Melanie Green. Morning. Thanks for going live. You're welcome. Yeah, we're here. You got Kang Chim. Morning, Hatter Nation. Hatter Nation. No, why did I do that? That's not Hatter Nation. What's Hatter? How do you make it H? We need like a gang sign for like Hatter Nation. Like, is it this? Like a hat? Is it like, do you do that? Like what do we do? We need something where like if I see you in public and you do the gang sign, like I know you're cool. You know what I mean? Like a Hatter Nation gang sign. Yeah, fucking work that out. This is the benefit of not having John here to like stifle my creativity. I just think of things like this. But yeah, anyway. Drunk Gizmo Customs, what's up, buddy? I really need my fucking water. I'm gonna step away for just a second. Hold on 1 second. Talk amongst yourselves. All right. Yeah, if I don't get my water, it's a problem. Dude, I have had this fucking like persistent I got sick like real bad like 4 weeks ago. Like I was just like living on Mucinex, and like ever since then I've had this persistent annoying tickle cough that like just will not go away. I don't know if you ever had it's like weeks. And then like I'm a hypochondriac, so like I think I have like every fucking disease now. It's like if you don't stop coughing, you're probably dead. You know, it's like so I got to get off Google, but it's like it will not fucking go. Anyway, let's keep going through the chat. You got William Rodriguez. What's up, Hatter? Waiting on that JoyToy Turtle van. This might be a nice opponent. Dude, I cannot wait. Duarte's not here, but I already told him I cannot wait to compare and see what those two look like together because I think that's going to be fun. I think he got his turtle van ready. So maybe that's where he went. Maybe he's going to go get that. But I think those are going to look really good together. Bad Guy 420. Hello, everyone. I always watch but never comment. But you just did comment. So welcome. You got Vexen Toys. What's up, buddy? Morning Hatter. You got Flower One Dog. Hello, Hatter. Shimakuma. Good morning, Mr. Hatter in chat. You got Viscous Ouija. Good morning, everyone. You got Nostalgia on Box. I know that guy. Everybody. I know him. Time is just a construct, man. What's he doing here? I've talked to him before. Let's see what else. Who else do we have? We have and Angel M A9 20. Ooh, I like Melanie's idea. A hat tip. Maybe you do this, but what if you're not wearing a hat? But maybe you just do like the hat tip motion. You just do that. You know, okay. It's got to be something very specific. You know, like I have to. I gotta know. I gotta know if you're Hatter Nation right away. Reed Duchess right here. This was a short stream. No, we're still going, Reed. What's going on, buddy? And you got Mr. Strick 9 channel 215. Whoa, unexpected live chat with Hatter. Excellent. Toy stuff's looking good. Thanks, bro. They're really messy. They're in bad shape. You got Bad Guy American Sign Language letter H. Yeah, dude, it's just a lingering cough. Just like and like when you have like a lingering cough, nobody can do anything for you. I found out, like from doctors. They're just like, I don't know, like take a steroid inhibitor thing. I'm like, okay, I've taken it for a week. I don't think it's like working. And they're like, well, you know, like nobody could do anything for you. You just gotta have a cough, like, you know, I guess. Dude stuff. Hatter is a neurotic. Dude, I'm neurotic as fuck. It drives my wife nuts, man. I'm neurotic. I always think like I have something. Like it's like it's very Larry David-ish in this house. Amateur hour. Hey y'all. Hello. You got X Factor. And then you get dude stuff. Where do you get action figure shelves? Not the one behind. I've had these forever. I don't even remember where I got them. They've been, yeah, I gotta get new ones at some point. Mr. Hatter, have you had the cough checked? I have not had the cough checked. Do I need to have the cough? I will say this, okay, because of course, you know, my brain always goes. I had last year or 6 months ago. Shinakuma, you're a medical professional. Great. Let's talk about medical. 6 months ago, I went to get a heart X-ray, and they did a chest X-ray, and the lungs look very clean. Okay, so I don't know. Should aren't I safe if the lungs look clean? Okay, or do I have to do something else? All right, I don't know. I had a pretty bad. I think I had COVID. I think I was very, very sick, and ever since then, it's just like it just doesn't go away. I do not smoke. Okay, I don't smoke. I don't drink. I know that it can have, you know, even if you don't smoke, still get some shit. You know, I heard about long COVID. I heard long COVID was a thing. That's what I read. Okay, that you can have long COVID, and that's just like a thing that doesn't go away. But yeah, like last year's X-ray. Again, it was I went in there for get a heart X-ray, but there's not, you know, they X-ray the whole lungs. So you know, I don't know. That was clean, and I don't know what else can I do. Like what else? What else can I do? Anyway, I'm sure everybody wants to hear about my cough. Zakana, I had a lingering cough for months and was prescribed singular Montelukast. Cleared mine up. Also, consult your doctor. Blah blah. Prescribed a Singular. I gotta check that out. They gave me a steroid pump, which I don't think really did anything, and then they gave me some other kind of pills, which I also. But here's the thing that I have. I have something called post-nasal drip, very bad, and it's like a tickle. It's like this little. It's like, yeah, I've had it my whole life. Shinakuma, I've had this my whole life. Like and I think it gets exacerbated like if I lay down. Like right now I'm talking and I'm fine, but sometimes like I'll get this little thing and I'll just start I'll go through like a coughing fit. You know what I mean? And like, or I lay down or something like that. Like it's plagued me. It's plagued me. The stop working the coal mines. I know, dude. Postnatal, it sucks. It's like if you don't have it, basically, it's like you always are like congested. Okay, and the congestion can get worse. And if you get like the right tickle, you just go into a coughing fit, and everybody thinks you are like a zombie, like a diseased zombie. Toy Stalker, I'm late. Start over. I mean, you didn't really miss much. Okay. But Shinakuma, what my problem is, what I do is then I go online and I go on Google and I think I have every disease known to man. And my wife is like, please, she's like, don't stop doing that. Yes, good X-rays clear. It's probably not serious, perhaps lingering, but best to have checked by a doctor. Damn it, guess I got to go to the doctor. Fuck. I was hoping Shinakuma would be like, no, you're fine, dude. That's what I want to hear. I just want to hear that. Just, it's okay. All right. Yeah, acid reflux too. Yeah, like that's like a thing because sometimes you get heartburn. You get like, you get that thing. Like there's this stuff that like that, but it's like a tickle cough. Shinakuma's like my doctor now. It's like it's not a cough that's coming from the chest. It's like this annoying like tickle that just like, and then you just start hacking, Anyway, health issues are like bullies. Just ignore them until they go away. That's true. Thank you, John. Casper says you're starting to look like you are in the movie Castaway. Yes, I know. It's bad. I've been told. Shitakuma, you'll be fine, Hatter. My wife had something similar and took 8 weeks to clear. Well, I'm happy your wife cleared it up. Yeah, it's like coming off it's like maybe a month and maybe like 5 weeks ago. Yeah, I got very sick where I just like I must have taken like over the course of 3 days like 2 bottles of Mucinex. Like it was bad. And then ever since then, it's just this little fuck. It's annoying. Spitting image of Wilson. John, you got all the jokes today. Anyway, while we wait for Duarte, and by the way, I fucked up. If you guys just showed up, I wanted to we're gonna spotlight his stuff, and then John's gonna laugh at me if he didn't hear this already. I said I told him, he's like 12:30 my time is good. So I said, cool. So I set it for 8:30 because I can't do time zones. And I called him up like it was his fault. You know what I mean? I called him up like, hey, why don't you show up? What's going on? He's like, dude, it's 9:30. 9:30 your time is 12:30 my time. And I went, oh, I guess I knew that. So I'm the dumb one here. But yeah. Are you any blood pressure meds? Oh, I like this. This is like a real doctor session. Shimakuma, no blood pressure meds. I've been very lucky with health. I don't take any meds. Maybe I'm allergic to something. I don't know. I didn't think I was. I've had as I know, apparent allergies. But no, I'm not on any medications. I went for a heart thing because I wanted to start. My buddy was going to set up like a marathon thing that we still never did. But I wanted just to get checked out. I was like, like I want to make sure, in the commercial they're like, make sure your heart is healthy. So I'm like, I went to the heart doctor. So I'm and he did like X-ray, full X-ray. He did a calcium test. Okay, calcium test, just check the calcium in your heart. I guess that was a thing. I paid for all kinds of tests, and it was good. He was just like, yeah, your heart's. My calcium score was 0%, guys. Okay, he's like, you have 0 calcium in your heart. There's nothing there. So heart's strong, but you can get fucked up somewhere else. But it's the beard. Shaving, you will feel better. Skin dander in the beard. Is that a thing, guys? Yeah, see, the flu a month ago, dealing with cough. It's fucked up. All right. What's this calcium test? What are you, a spelunking? Yeah, it's all the things. So yesterday I did I published a video that where I got the Mario, the Bowser Jr. Mario the clown car. If you saw, that thing is fucking delicious. Okay, I was so smitten by that. I ended up getting a few other things. Okay, I got this guy right here. Okay, little Bowser Jr. This Bowser Jr. is Sans mask. Okay, they did something real clever to make more money. The other one has a sculpted mask on his face. Okay, this one is just like, it's just like hanging over him, like it's like a bib. So I had to get. I was like, I'll get the regular Bowser Jr. These are so good. These are from the new Mario Galaxy movie. Okay, the other one. What figures did I get from that first movie? I got Mario for sure. I think I maybe just got Mario. Anyway, I thought these were really impressive. So I got this guy right here. And then I got this right here, Super Mario Galaxy. And he comes with a little star. Okay, a little adorable star with his star face. Okay. So you got that guy right there. And I don't know if this is, by the way, the same Mario as the last one. I don't know if anybody, have you guys gotten these at all? I found only Walmart has them. So you got this guy right here. And then I got Rosalina. All right. I guess Rosalina's in this movie. All right. This I don't know why I got this one. I have no connection to Rosalina, but I don't know. I was like, sure. They don't have a Princess Peach. And then I think this one might be the best one in the line right here. Yoshi. They got Yoshi. Okay. Yoshi has an adorable mailbag, and he's got a hat, and he's got he's got glasses. This might be the best one. Okay. This might be the best one. By the way, we have a guest right here. I'm going to show him while I'm showing my stuff. We're going to bring him on right here. His name, well, we're going to call him Duarte. Duarte, what's up, buddy?
What's up, buddy? Can you hear me now?
I do.
Excellent.
Yeah. Duarte, I'm showing off my Mario figures that I got. Are you into these at all? These like Mario?
So I am a big Mario fan. Played all the games, got all the Mario Karts and all that good stuff. But I did not pull the trigger on any of those figures because I don't think I got enough space in my life for any more figures.
I could see.
Do you know how dangerous it would be for me to be able to create Mario fucking stages and bro, my house would be I wouldn't have space. It would be impossible.
Dude, I could see. First of all, Duarte, you said Mario, which is crazy. There's a I want people to spotlight that because there is a distinction, and I always
Mario and Mario.
Some people don't know
tomato.
Tomato. Yeah, but that's a crazy thing because my buddy also says Mario. And, we almost fought to the death because of it. I was like, Mario, what the hell's going on? But that is a thing. What is the real Duarte, what is the real thing? Is there an official Nintendo thing where they said
Let's find out, because I'm good with the research. So,
I like
is there an official?
Okay, while you find out, we have a great question. It's a great question right here. What is your favorite Mario game of all time? Mine is probably Super Mario World.
Ooh, that is a good one.
You're our guest, so I'm going to let you answer what your favorite Mario game is.
I mean, World is good, but I think Odyssey was pretty good too. And honestly, like Mario Kart's a classic. I mean, I still, what is it, 8 was the most recent one that they've like just keep updating, and I play that one with my nephew every so often. So I guess I'll just go with Mario Kart because I'm a big car head. So best of both worlds, Mario Kart, whichever. We'll go with 8.
That's a good one. I didn't think that counted, but if that counts,
if it doesn't count, then we'll go with Odyssey if it doesn't count.
Okay, all right. That's okay, so yours is Odyssey. If because Mario Kart would also be my favorite if we were talking like all the Mario games. But if that didn't count, then I would probably say Super Mario Galaxy.
Ooh, that's a good one too. Yeah.
Mario Galaxy is legit, dude.
I dig it. Yo, today on your show is going to be a lot of special stuff. Like, you might have the first ever angry unboxing live.
What? All right, Duarte, let's see. What do you got?
Bro.
Oh my God. Look what they did. I feel like Marlon Brando. Look what they did to my boy.
Look at this shit show of a fucking box shop. And like there's loose parts in here. So like we're about to open it live because then I'm gonna be like, yeah, so by the way, LT Cave, you're gonna ship me one the right way that isn't fucked up, you know, because guys like me do keep the boxes, just saying.
Okay, so for some context here, okay, Duarte, I'm going to give some context to what people that just showed up. Duarte Studios is the studio that made the beloved, and he has it right in the background right there, the beloved Shredmobile. Shredmobile. If you saw, I did a review of that. It's an amazing piece. And right now, what he's doing is he is unboxing the JoyToy Turtle van, the Party Wagon Turtle van, because you know we were like, these things got to go together.
They got to go together.
I would say it's fair to say that part of the reason you did that Shredmobile is sort of because that turtle van was kind of like coming out and it sort of like inspired you, like, right?
Yeah.
Or were you thinking about it before that?
Yeah. So I don't know if you remember, but I think when did JoyToy drop these? Like 2 years ago, they started dropping the turtles, I believe, right? Something around there.
Yeah, like that.
So right around that time, I reached out to you, and it's ironic because around the same time that I was designing the mutant module based off of the cartoon for NECA, I was doing it for these as well, and I was kicking around a grittier, dirtier idea for the Mezco ones because they were dropping Shredder, they were dropping the Foot Clan. So I'm like, cool, we can hit all these facets. But then I think it was around the time, and forgive me for forgetting the name, but the guy that I think you spotlighted for the mutant module did the NECA version, I believe, in 12 scale.
Easel 3. Yeah.
So he did those, and I was like, somebody else did it. Cool, I'm not going to do it now because we were trying to replicate the same thing, so it wouldn't be about which one looks better. It would literally be they both are supposed to look identical. So why flood the market? Let that guy eat. And I was just like, next idea. Cool, you did me a favor. That's the way I look at it. If you put out a Michelin tire, I'm gonna put out a Yokohama. Why am I gonna put out another Michelin? You know what I mean? So I just said, fuck it, next project. But then they slap us in the face with this, which I can tell you guys that luckily for them, it only really just damaged the plastic a little here. Everything else looks pretty intact, so I'm happy about that. Bottom of the box is a little fucked, but whatever. I care more about the vehicle. So when they dropped this, the car god in me was like, oh my God, sweet baby Jesus. I was like, a wide body Volkswagen with BBS wheels and a spoiler. And dude, this is amazing. For the first time ever, I felt like you did when I showed you the Shredmobile, and I was like, no notes. That thing's perfect. Like, I can't wait to get it. So I ordered 2 from different places. I got the LT Cave one in yesterday. coincidentally, which worked out. And when I saw it, I was like, well, we know that they took liberty on the figures already, right? We know that they mixed and matched their ideas and kind of did their own thing. And it was cool because they did that with all the figures and it works. They're all aesthetically pleasing. They look really good to me. I'm a big fan. The only thing to make these better would be to make them in 12 scale. Right. Besides that, I was like, well, since they took the liberty on the van, why not take the liberty on everything else? So I kind of took inspiration from Playmates, from the TV show, from my own imagination. And I kind of just did a conglomerate of stuff and said, well, here's my version of that.
Yeah, I definitely see the Playmates. By the way, the reception, I would say the reception to that Shredmobile has been pretty wild, dude. Like a lot of people, I think out of pretty much any custom that I've spotlit, I think a lot of people have like knocked on my door about like, what's going on? You know, what's the deal with the mutant module? What, you know, like wanting to know, which is a great thing because like, as we continue with like being like a Ninja Turtle collector, look, I don't want to gloom and doom everybody because of this Mattel thing, but I've said this before. I have a feeling, and look, I could be wrong. I have a feeling though that once Mattel takes hold of the master, oh, look at that.
Love the smell of some fresh plastic.
Okay, wait, I'm dying to, can you put them together? I'm dying just a quick, you got one right in the back. I just want a quick, like, you don't have to do a whole thing, but like what they look like together.
Hold on, I got you. Let me see something fell.
Oh, what is that? Oh God, it's ruined. The collectible value's gone.
Little hubcap for the wheels. That's cool. You could actually pop the little hubcap center cap off and unscrew the wheel off. I might have to do some new wheel options.
Oh, dude. Dude, that turtle van is nice, man. That's a nice fucking van.
They need this in 12 scale bad, like exact, like the way it goes. And just for the viewers, real quick, one time for the one time.
Yeah, there you go. Oh my God. Look, dude. Look at how much fun that is. Dude. That is awesome. I love that it's bigger than the turtle van.
Yep. Well, you know, technically, if you get rid of the drill, they're about the same size.
Yeah, but the drill.
You know how many people I had spinning my tip at the show last weekend?
I heard that a few people like walked up to you and were like,
dude,
that could be like a fun booth thing where you put the thing on a booth and it's like spin the tip and win like I don't know, like
dude. I literally walked around like this the whole time at the convention. I'd walk up to people like Madonna and I'm like, hey, you want to spin my tip? And they would just be like,
dude, they look great together, man.
They look really, really good together. I'm really happy about that. If
you are into JoyToy, you got to go to Duarte Studios site and lock one down. I'm telling you, like this is one where unfortunately, sometimes when like I spotlight customs, people come out of the woodwork and they're like, oh, well, it's not done this way. Or if, you know, a bigger company did it this way, it would be this. It's like, this looks as good as anything JoyToy would put out. And look how fucking fun they look together, man.
They do, man. These things, they are really fun looking together. And I think it's safe to say, another first ever on your show, we're already working on the next JoyToy vehicle for the TMNT. So,
oh my God, you bastard!
We just won't tell them what it is, but it's coming.
Dude, I am so happy. So, Duarte, I'm not telling any tales out of school. I don't think this was private stuff. I'm not going to reveal what I know it to be, but I think you were coming at it. So when he showed me, just so everybody knows, like when he showed me that Shredmobile, I immediately fell in love. I was like, dude, that's going to be a winner. That's going to be, you know, like kind of like what you were like, no notes. I was like, no notes. This has to be a thing. And then, I think you kind of had something in mind where you were like, you know, you were being, I'm not going to say like humble about it, but you were being like realistic about it. Like, if I can if I can sell this many, if it can get a certain reception,
Mhm.
then I might make another vehicle or something
Yep.
like that.
Yep.
And the response to this has been pretty fucking wild for like, again, for like a custom. Because let's face it, man, like custom vehicles figures, they'll never be as widespread as like 10,000 NECA figures or 10,000 this and that. But like, I'm very happy that you hit a threshold where you're like,
Yep.
like, and I think when you close up the orders on it, you'll probably, I'm positive that you'll probably get a lot of FOMO people that jump in, but you hit enough of a threshold where you're like, I'm going to design another one. And I honestly, dude, I think that becomes a big part of what you do, because what I was going to say before, and again, I don't want to gloom and doom everybody, but I have a feeling, and I don't know, I want your opinion on this, but
Mhm.
here's my opinion on this. I think once Mattel takes the master license of Ninja Turtles, they're not going to be so willing to play with everybody. They're not going to, be
No.
willing to play with JoyToy, because they don't need the money. They don't need like, and I want your opinion on this. But before the thing that makes me think that is the case in point of their properties like Barbie,
Mhm.
a Master Universe. Other than that recent Mondo where they just gave them $100 license to do $100 figures,
Mhm.
they don't really play well. Playmates was like, you want a Turtles license? Go here. They gave it
Right.
away. I think Mattel's going to lock it down, and I
Right.
think it's going to be guys like you and Easel 3 who did that great one, and like those dummies, those turtle. I think it's going to be this kind of like community that keeps shit like that going. Obviously, you got to be talented, but
Mhm.
like I just don't see them making some of those vehicles that everybody wants. And but I don't know. What's your opinion about that?
So I have on good sources that the TMNT license thing debacle that'll be over in 2027, where it's, everybody's losing their license and all that stuff. I have some good insider information that it will not affect JoyToy, because licensing in Asia has nothing to do with licensing in America. And technically, we're not supposed to get these in America, which is why we order them from the websites that we do, not directly JoyToy. So I think JoyToy is still
Really?
going to keep making figures. Yes. Yes, 100%.
Oh wow.
Because there's still a lot more figures to go. They've already done deep cuts, but they haven't given us simple characters, that we should have expected by now already. So I think it won't affect the Medi Toys, Joy Toy kind of turtle stuff that they're
Okay.
doing, so to speak. But over here, yeah, like I'm concerned that companies like Mezco, they're just not going to be able to get out an April or a Bebop and Rocksteady, or those kind of things, because they're in the States. I do agree that I think if Mattel was smart, they would probably be a lot more selective on who they give licensing to, instead of just pouring it out there.
Yeah.
Um, but hopefully the Joy Toy thing does stay that way and we get everything we need and then some. I do think that if people like me keep pushing, and that Easel 3D and other people like that keep pushing these cool has lavish kind of projects, right? I do think that bigger companies are going to either have to, pick up with the program or get left behind, because
Yeah.
that threshold that I mark myself for myself, and that I usually tell the person that I'm, spearheading a project with or something like that, I'll tell you what that number is. And I don't like talking numbers publicly, right, for a ton of reasons, but I will say that the threshold that I marked for this particular project was met in the first 2 hours of the pre-order.
Yeah.
So,
I remember
yeah,
you said like that was wild, dude. Like
yeah, yeah.
I have never seen that for like a custom, because like, and you've been doing this for a while, like just so people know, like what's like. I know some of your background, but like, what is kind of like your quick like entry into this? So just just for context.
So for context purposes, and I don't count any of my non-professional. So I'm only going to talk like when I decided to start an actual business to turn this into money and stuff. So before then, we'll just act like that experience didn't exist. But I've been doing this professionally. By this, I mean customs paint, design work for companies, prototyping, paint mastering, all that good stuff since 2013.
Oh wow. Okay. So
Yeah.
you've holy shit, I didn't realize it was that long.
Yeah, since 2013, I've been doing it on heavier on the RC side of things, on the remote control side of things, but still diorama, still paint, still customizing, all that good stuff. Just more expensive and bigger vehicles versus figures. And then the Duarte Studios brand kind of became a thing right before or during COVID. So since like 2020, give or
Right.
take, is when I pushed the Duarte Studios brand because I essentially want Duarte Studios to be the umbrella and then everything else that spans out from that, like Dios by Duarte, accessories, whatever. But basically, Duarte Studios be the mother company, so to speak.
Got it. And is this like, because I've seen a lot of your stuff. I was gonna say, is this the biggest thing that you've worked? Well, you do have those really beautiful. I've not held one in hand yet, but those beautiful Metal Slug tanks. That might be. I don't know if that's the biggest thing. No, dude, the biggest thing you worked on. Yeah, dude, look how good those tanks look. Yeah, put it together. That's yeah. People don't know. This is another thing that you do is you have these that I think that's how you landed on my radar. I want to say because like
I slugged
you
you.
know what happened.
I slugged you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you gave me a good old slugging. No, but the biggest thing that you worked on is that Power Rangers. If people don't know, like you made like the whole Power Rangers layer. Like
Yep.
it's great. It's a crazy like that's got to be the biggest, right?
The command as a multi-point project, yes. The command center projects in general, no. I mean, I completed a 4 foot by 16 foot GI Joe dial for a customer last year that they flew in and drove back to their home.
Holy shit.
I've done 30-foot dioramas for the RC industry. I've done like really, really big
Oh,
projects,
okay.
but as far as like something that was like I did multiple of, yeah, the command center would probably be the biggest one to date.
Got it. Toy Stalker, a big fan of Power Rangers. I don't know if you know Duarte. Toy Stalker,
Okay, yeah.
retailer extraordinaire. He's a
Hmm.
little bit of a smart ass, but I buy all my stuff from Toy Stalker. Toy
It's
Stalker,
cool. We like the
he's
smart ones.
yeah, yeah. Toy Stalker, you got to get into the JoyToy business. I don't know if you saw, but like Duarte just got a smashed up box for his party wagon. You know what I mean?
I don't, they're usually good with this stuff, but like if the package is the size of the box itself, you might want to make the box a little bigger and pad it because there are inbox collectors and they would not have been happy with this.
Yeah, that's but dude, it looks so good. Just looking at it like right there, I'm just staring at it like a fucking kid.
Dude,
Oh my god.
they did a fantastic job with this thing, man. Like it's so basic, and I'm looking at it from an engineering standpoint, as far as like the RC industry, where we have real A arms and suspension, and this is so. It's literally just a rod with a spring inside, and it just goes up and down, up and down. But like, it's so simple and it works. The aesthetics are all there. The washes are not terrible. I
Yeah, the
mean,
fact that it has suspension on it is fucking wild.
well, they
And this
made
is
it.
not your only, just so people know, Duarte has that, he's got that Shredmobile. It's up now, and you also have cheapskates that are
Yep.
up as well. So that's like, this is not your only foray into the turtle world.
Yeah, no. And if you order one of the Shredmobiles and you use the Mad Hatter coupon code, you get the foot cheapskate for free.
That's right. If you use the code, it's $50 to lock down that Shredmobile, and then you get that blue baby for free.
Yeah.
And those are really fucking nice too, dude. The painting on these, like when you see like a nice custom that's like painted, like hand painted, there's nothing that beats it, man. There's nothing that like
I agree.
they just can't make that on an assembly line level, So it's yeah, dude. I'm very excited. I'm very excited that thing is doing so well. I'm very excited that that's inspiring you, obviously, to like make more shit in this world because like I'm very excited. Dude, I'm super excited for the one that you have coming up. I dare not say what it is Duarte will kill me. He will show up at my house because you're kind of crazy, right? You're like you'll do that.
I
So
will. I will.
I dare not, but it is everybody will go nuts for this thing that he's cooking up.
I think it's gonna be good. I think it's
Yeah.
gonna be real good.
Yeah. The other thing I wanted to what was the other thing? God. I got distracted because we have so many people. Let's just go to the chat real quick.
Yeah, go ahead. I'll go get some stuff to show off too.
Yes. Oh, he's gonna show off. I don't have anything to show off. You got Makina Silva saying Duarte got to give her beard trimming tips. But I can't trim my beard. It just grows back the next day. Albert Cook, Playmates losing TMT sucks. I love all the classic reissues of figures and vehicles. Brings me back to my childhood. I do too. I am very interested in that G.I. Joe TMNT crossover. That I don't know if you fuck. Are you actively collecting? Because I know you bought some shit at ZoloCon. You actively collecting shit? Or are you just kind of like
actively collecting JoyToy, actively collecting everything Patriot, Limb, whatever Resident Evil, actively collecting Mezco G.I. Joe if they ever drop any more, actively collecting Mezco Turtles stuff, actively collect, which I was disappointed with Splinter, by the way, but anyways, actively collecting
but
Metal
in
Slug.
hand, dude, you never know. Like I will say when they first announced that first set of Turtles, I was kind of like lukewarm, and it wasn't until I got them in hand I was like, oh my god, these might be the best Turtles yet. So I'm hoping I have that with Splinter.
I guess I'm jaded by it because, and I'll send you pictures. I have to get it out of the box. But as soon as I got the Turtles in hand, I did those custom vans, and then I took a NECA Splinter. I modified the face, like I did some sculpting, gave him like a beard, like some whiskers and stuff, and I tattered the robe and did some weathering and some repaints, and he fit perfectly. And it literally looks like they just took a NECA one and modified it similar to what I did because they look eerily similar.
Right.
So I was expecting, they went very safe with Splinter, I think. I was expecting a little more on the Turtle side of not so safe and different, but still cool. I do like that they did a bunch of articulation points, which is fantastic, but I'm leery about the elbows. We haven't seen any pictures with that, so I'm wondering, is it a double? Is it a single? That stuff. But either way, I'm a big fan, so it's like even if they put out a mediocre figure like a Shredder, like that mediocre figure, I'm still gonna get it, but I'm not happy about it.
Right.
So
yeah.
So yeah, that was my only like quarrel with it. Like Casey Jones, I think was fantastic. I think it was so fantastic that they even forgot the shoulder pad. So when I made it and sold a bunch of those, they added it to the new one.
That's right. I remember John had a video where he was going over that shoulder pad, and yeah, that was. I wonder if they saw that and got inspired. I always wonder, like, if these bigger companies, and let's say big to medium level, looks at what is going on in the custom world and what people are doing, and like saying, why don't we? You know what I mean? Like I have a feeling like you have to have your ear to the ground, even if you're working at some of these bigger places. So
100%.
Yeah. Let me just go through just more of the chat.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's because it's awesome. Zakanin flashing gang signs. Duarte is art, says fantastic plastic.
Excellent.
Duarte, maybe that becomes your theme, your logo. Duarte's art. Is that a thing?
I thought the name was already, do art. That's what I do. I do art.
Yeah, I guess that's. I never put that together. I think John told me that was the way, like, it's pronounced. Like, yeah, do art. So should I just call you
Duarte? They listen. All of them work. I've been called Duarte since I was 16, so it's
okay. All right. X Factor. Do you know if there is anywhere for someone? Do either of you know if there is anywhere for someone to go if they want to start collecting the JoyToy line and still be able to purchase anything? I will be a shill here. I go to Caucus Toys. Caucus Toys is my jam because it seems to be the cheapest, and Normally they get their stuff the quickest. I'm still they shipped that turtle van to me, I don't know, like a few weeks ago, and it's still in transit. That's not their fault, but that's where I go. Duarte got his from LT Cave.
Yep,
Um,
LTK. I do. I
yeah,
use Calcus sometimes too. It's funny to me because LTK will have certain discounts at times. Like they'll have whatever percentage off from 40 to 39 or 38 or 36 or whatever. But I find it funny that there's a lot of content creators that push the Calcus stuff. And I always reach out like, hey, can you reach out to Calcus and tell them to like give you an actual discount? Because like 3%, 4% is like a slap in the face, like who the hell's gonna want to use that? And then you go to those other websites and it's already cheaper than that. So it's
right,
like, what's the point? I never understood that. But I do
yeah,
use Calcus from time to time.
yeah. No, I hear you. Hella Geek, I just want to make sure, just a little bit of business here. You both mentioned the code. Please tell me what the code is. Well, it got answered right here. It's code House Hatter. So Hella Geek, the link is in my description here. And then, yeah, if you use code House Hatter,
Mad Hatter.
you will get
Mad Hatter.
you'll get you get money off, and you get the cheapskate right there. And you only put down $50, and you lock yourself a beautiful purple rain, purpley purple mutant module, which I love so much. Hella Geek, this is actually in your wheelhouse because Hella Geek loves a lot of like, kind of like, I don't want to out him, but he loves a lot of like villain stuff. I know you love purple, dude. So I think this is, I think you got to get yourself a fucking Shredmobile, and then because Hella Geek lives close to me, maybe we meet up and we like start crashing our like Shredmobiles together. I mean, that could be fun, right, Duarte?
You guys are gonna spin tips together.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have a problem with that. I think that because that Shredmobile is, dude, imagine two people like just showing up with Shredmobile, like you were walking around bragging ZoloCon, but like I would just love just to show up. Why don't we do that anymore, Duarte? Why don't we, like, back in the day you would show up at your friend's house and you're like, hey, here, I brought my Ninja Turtles, and you just play. Why can't I show up to Hella Geek's house and then we just fucking start playing?
I agree. I agree. I think you guys should. I think you guys should spin tips together. We can like call it tipping.
I'm fine. I'm fine with that. Okay, because it's such a nicely put together. And by the way, just because I know some people have asked, what was your estimated? There's a lot of these estimated time of arrival for these babies. Like when could people, expect to get them?
Mid-August, mid to late August, but I wouldn't be surprised if you started getting them sooner.
Fuck. That's awesome.
And listen, guys, just a word of advice while we're on it, some unsolicited advice. If you pre-order something with me and I do end up hitting you up and say, hey, so it's ready to go, or it'll be ready to go, we're here to collect the balance, et cetera, and you're going through it, having hard times, whatever the case may be, just reach out and say, hey man, I'm going through some stuff, can you give me a little bit of time? Totally cool, totally flexible. The one thing I'm not cool with is when you just ignore me, because if you ignore the email, you get 30 days. After that, someone else will buy it, I promise you, and you will lose your deposit, and I don't want to be that guy. I haven't done that yet to anyone. But it's getting to the point where I can't afford to not do that anymore because people are just belligerently not responding to emails. It's crazy.
I have experienced some of that on the Flipboard side. There's a percentage of people that I have personally reached out, probably like 10 times. And like, we were like, dude, we have your stuff here. We have boxes of your stuff. You paid for it. In that case, it was like stuff you paid for. I was like, we just need to ship it to you. Nothing. Ghosted. You ghosted the Mad Hatter. What are you doing? So yes, if you want, that's a pretty reasonable accommodation that you met, that you just offered. If you need some time and this and that, which I like. It's not like a corporate. You have 3 days to pay it. So
no, and I have customers too that have already reached out and wanted like to set up a payment plan so that by the time it is done, they don't even have to pay anything. It just gets shipped out. So I'll work with everybody however you want to be, whatever's easier, convenient to you guys. Some people get paid weekly, some people get paid bi-weekly. So whatever you guys want to do.
Awesome, that is awesome, man. Any other stuff that we want to talk about?
Oh, I got some stuff I can show off for the first time ever
Oh, you're
on
gonna
your
show? Okay.
show.
All right,
Ready,
let's go.
ready? So this is actually Toylanta exclusives that I'm dropping here right now that I'm letting everybody see. And don't worry, I will make these available right before Toylanta on the website, but they will not ship until I return back from Toylanta. They are in stock items, or they will be in stock items. So we're building this world, right? We're world building, right? As we like to call it. So I like to take the accessories that our good friends, the turtles, come with, like the pizzas. And I think that we need to just like put them all together in a nice little.
Oh, no. That is
Right.
awesome.
So,
Nice, dude. That
right.
is so wait, that those are Toylanta exclusives then? Or you can
These are Toylanta exclusives. Yeah, yeah. They'll be available on the website the week of Toylanta, but they're just not on there right now because I'm finishing up a few little things. But I wanted to give you guys a little sneak peek. So we got the XL, the Duarte's XL pizza box, right?
nice. I like if people don't know me, I like a nice XL pizza. Oh my god. Dude, that's awesome.
The TV. We got the TV. Don't
That's
worry.
awesome.
We got the antenna too that goes on the top and all
Oh,
that
yeah,
good
you gotta
stuff.
have the antenna. What are you doing?
And then we got these aren't painted yet, but we got 5 chairs, right?
Okay,
Because
alright.
the 5 chairs go around the industrial JoyToy-esque spool.
Ooh,
But, but wait, Johnny. I know he's not here, but wait, Johnny, there's more. Because this is high-end fabrique.
Oh, man.
So the turtles will get their turtle table, right, with the actual cloth, corresponding
Right.
cloth. But wait, Johnny, there's more.
Turtles eating on a big spool.
And then this is actual suede, hairy mini fabric because what carpet doesn't use actual fabric?
Oh, very nice.
Okay.
Very
All right. We
nice.
got that. And then the creme de la creme, because we can't leave out the master. He gets his own little pad from the show.
Oh, I love that you made a Joy Toy version of that pad. And that looks better than the NECA pad. The NECA pad is very cheap, dude.
So I went and weathered these like in the artwork. You could tell that there's like shading and things like that to go with it to give it that grittier kind of effect. Same thing with
Sure.
the rug.
I love the turtle rug, man. I
So yeah,
love
I'll be selling them individually, but then I'll also have like a Toylanta like all together kind of kit, like a discounted price kit that everything comes together. But yeah, this is we're only getting started accessory wise. So even though JoyToy is packing us with a boatload of accessories, I'm just gonna give you guys the stuff that they aren't making.
I love it, dude. I need to grab those. Wait, so Toylanta, for people who don't know, because I don't know, when is Toylanta?
Oh, the end of March, end of this month, in 2.5 weeks.
Okay, so this stuff will go on the site
Mhm.
then. So if you can't make it, you can get it there.
Yep.
Get those accessories. I love the table. I love the spool as table concept.
I didn't want it to be just like a regular wooden table like the show. I kept telling myself in my mind, like, you have to give it that gritty, but also different and not just the safe, right? The safe wooden table. And since in the show you only really see the checkered cover, you assume it's just a four-legged table or even just like a one in the middle kind of old
Yeah.
school 80s table. But I'm like, it's a sewer. They're reclaiming shit. So the wooden spool.
Dude, I love the idea of the like I love the repurposing stuff that
Mhm.
the turtles do. And by the way, too, like I can't mention this, right? Like you have a place where you can house these things, correct?
I do. So I do. I designed a turtle layer that was designed to fit inside of a DTOF, like just a little section of DTOF. So about 15 inches squared.
Yeah.
But because they keep dropping all these things, and I'm thinking bigger than that. So I think I'm going to redesign what I think of the layer. But I also think that I'm going to do it in a way that makes it a little more palatable, where, maybe you could buy just sections as you go and then build. you know,
Okay.
as big as you want to go, as little as you want to go, because I want to go from sewer to street to buildings to rooftop and kind of just do that whole thing. So I think that's where we're going to kind of start to turn things a little bit, you know,
In the
and offer some
JoyToy,
files for people to buy and to print at home. Some free files with the Patreon stuff I'm finishing up on. So I got a lot of those ideas. Like anything that I do that I can either sell customs or sell the file or do things like that, I'll implement that with all facets. So like TMNT, Metal Slug, GI Joe,
yeah,
Resident Evil, whatever line of stuff that I make.
yeah. And we're talking about, just so it's clear, level like it right now in the JoyToy scale. So like
Yes.
that layer in the Joy. So so that layer that I saw before, that
Mhm.
currently is getting reworked, right?
Yes.
Like okay. So then I eagerly want to see what the next thing is, because if my turtles are going to eat pizza, I mean they got to eat it somewhere, dude. Like
Right. That's right.
you don't just eat pizza. What are you, fucking idiot? You just eat it outside like a moron. You got to eat it in a sewer. That's the only way to
You
eat
have to
some.
have class. You have to
Yeah,
have class. Yeah. I'm with
exactly.
you.
Okay, so Toylanta, we'll talk about it again as
Mhm.
Toylanta gets here, and we'll push it again. But you're gonna have some sexy stuff to show and to sell at Toylanta.
Oh,
How
yeah.
long? I'm very curious because I know you're working on this new thing. How long does it typically take you? And hold on, I want to make sure I look at the time. Okay, we got some time, or a few more minutes. How long does it normally take you to get out of that design phase? Because I'm very excited at the designs that I know that you have, but like, you have your design phase, and then after that, I have, I guess you go to print with that, but like, normally, what is the gestation period where you're like, I'm ready to print version number one of this thing?
It depends how excited I am, honestly. It really does. I mean, the Shredmobile went from design, like the new design, to print within a week because I was on it 24/7. I eat, breathe, sleep, shit Shredmobile like that whole week. And I was just every little issue was like, how do I figure this out? What do I do with this? All right, cool. I like this. Let me sleep on it. Slept on it, woke up, idea still the same. Perfect. Let's do it.
Right, right.
So and the new technology that we have now with AI and just assistance on these softwares and things like that, it made it very easy for me to be able to get a render of the turtle van and then kind of do just like this really simple scale up of that render to put it next to the design, which is a big help for me because a lot of times I'll sit here with the turtle and a micrometer and I'll go, all right, this is 3.87 inches, and I'll do the math that way. But when you're doing it that way and you don't have a physical representation next to the design, the Shredmobile might be too small, it might be too big, and I hate that because when I print something and I wasted 12 hours printing something and then it was a waste, it was like, fuck, now I'm turned off, right? So having that representation of the turtle van next to this design and knowing, okay, I know for a fact it's going to look that big versus that big,
Yeah.
it helped me out tremendously. And I got to that 3D printing point a lot faster. But that van, not the turtle van, the new one that I'm working on now, the only thing stopping me from going into prototype printing right now is the fact that I'm obviously printing other jobs that I need to get, done first. Otherwise, I'd probably already been halfway through a prototype of that.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you're also going to be pretty busy with that. I want to make sure people
Yeah.
know this is just you. Like when you buy something from your store, there's
Mhm.
not like you don't turn that camera around and there's a bunch of elves. Like it's pretty much you that like you have touched every one of the things that you go out with.
Every single thing that comes out of Duarte Studios goes through my hands. Every single thing. I do get help occasionally from BK once in a while when he can come and help me with whatever the task is at that day, whether it's packing stuff, doing some dry brushing for me, or throwing a wash over something real quick before I go in and do the detail work. So I do get occasionally help from him from time to time, but not full time like I used to 4 years ago when COVID was ruining everything for everybody. It's like no one had jobs, so it's easier to have a lot more full-time
Sure.
help. And But now, yeah, 98% of the time it's just me. And sometimes I'll have Tatiana do customer service, reach out to people on messages, because nothing personal to anyone watching. But when I get in the zone and I'm working on something, the phone goes away, everything shuts off. I put on music, or I put on like a TV show or a movie, and it just plays as background noise. And I do not answer emails. I do not answer messages. By the time I do, it's like, oh shit, this guy messaged me a week ago. So I try to get Tatiana to help when she can, to just kind of, let people know what's going on, or to get to me if it's something important that I need to answer or deal with right away. So nothing personal to anybody, but I just get in the zone. And one day I can hire people to wear those hats that they can just do all the other stuff. So all I can focus on is the design work. That would be in a perfect world. But since we're not in that right now, I kind of got to wear all these hats.
I like wearing hats. I'm a fan
Right.
of that. Are you bringing, I got a question. Where'd it go? Are you bringing, I can't highlight it. But Mutant X Collector saying, hey, Dwight, are you going to have the Shredmobile in Toylanta?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you go to Toylanta, and
Yes,
you
sir.
get to see the Shredmobile in person. You will fall in love with the Shredmobile. By the way, you're like, I feel like, you're a great sculptor, and I feel like you exclusively almost work with not characters, but vehicles, play sets, things that are non-organic. Like, have you ever jumped into like making like characters or making figures themselves? Or 'cause I
So,
don't know
so,
if I've ever seen that from you.
so I have, and obviously I have some NDAs I signed, so I can't mention company names, but there are companies that I have sculpted
You can
figures
mention it.
for.
You can mention it here. Like, it's
Yeah.
okay.
Right, right. Shut the live off and a cease and desist punch is like this. So I have done sculpt work for some companies, figure wise. And it's funny because when I was in the RC industry, it was the opposite. You would think that I would be sculpting a lot more like vehicles and, rims and parts. And I was doing figures and people and accessories to go in those vehicles, right? Because I wasn't going to design a vehicle when they're already being made.
Sure.
So, but then I did do some vehicle designing as well. And so I can design anything. I could do. The only thing that I am not 100%, I'm not even going to use the word comfortable, but I'm just going to say that I'm not capable of at the moment, because I don't have those assets, is doing the pre-install of the articulation on the figures. I can sculpt the whole figure, no problem. But because I don't have the full knowledge of every type of hinge that exists, every type of double joint, every type of ball joint, I don't know. I don't want to go ahead and create a ball joint because I know how they work, and then say, oh well, why didn't you just go with the Mayfex style one? It would have saved you $30 and
Right.
that kind of stuff. So until I have my library of sculpting full of, Storm, NECA, Mezco, articulation points and all that stuff, that's the only thing that I'm not fully comfortable with, just because I don't know what exists out there. Right. But
Right.
as far as sculpting a figure, anatomy, facial feature, we can do that all day long. So anything you want sculpted, I can sculpt. It's, I just so happen to be doing the vehicle thing on my end, because I still think that with 3D printing and mixed media of materials, this is still very palatable, still very doable. People want it. They like it. When it comes to action figures, it's a harder sell to be like, here's a 3D printed action figure, when you can just go buy a mass produced, injection molded one.
Sure. Yeah, that's great, dude. Look, I'm a big supporter of you, obviously, and I think that I said that just in that review, and I meant it. And I don't really say that often, but like I feel like you're one of those guys that like companies really should be knocking on your door. Like, and I'm not saying that because you're here. I'm not going to bullshit you, and I don't think I've said that for other. I've reviewed a lot of customs. I think as customs they work, but I'm like, but I think I don't know, you're one of those people that I just feel like companies should be like, hey, we got to hire you to, if that's what you want. You might not, you might be like, fuck it, I can't do that right now. But like, I feel like you're at that level where it's just like that mutant module, that Shredmobile, is as good as anything JoyToy, and I love JoyToy, and that's a high threshold. So that's I think a high compliment. I think that's as good as anything that that they would fucking put out. We got some fun people in the chat. Ace is here. Okay, he said Laser Pants. You crashed into the stream, and then some guy called Laser Pants. He said, "I like the Mad Hatter wanted to compete for best beard against Duarte." Duarte, I think your beard is better. Okay, I will say that. Okay, but I'm still my beard. There's a long-term purpose for me. I'm not just going to grow a beard. Everybody is. I was standing outside of Target yesterday, and some guy handed me change. I think he thought I was like homeless. I was like,
I've
no,
never
no,
had
I
that.
have a home.
I've never had people hand me change. Usually, when I walk past people, right, and they have change or a purse, they'll do this.
Okay,
usually.
all right.
So
Yeah,
I don't know what that means, but weird.
Clutch their pearls.
Clutch the pearls.
We got some Ramatoys. I was about to sleep. It's 12:30, but this stream popped up. Well, thank you, Ace. Quippin right here. My buddy Quip is here, and then we got a superstar right here that we both know and we both love. Okay, and he dropping the $2 and then dropping the coupon code Mad Hatter, Mr. Articulated Ninja. I wish I had a cheering button like that hack Laser Pants. He just fucking is a cheer, blah blah.
Bro, you want to talk about companies hiring people? They need to hire that man right there, Articulated Ninja, bro. His videography, his commercial setups, the way that that's why I only use him when it comes to when I need a commercial or some kind of like cool video thing done. I don't even waste my time trying to do it myself. I just go to him, I pay him to do it, and it's phenomenal. He killed that video, that commercial.
No, he really is a fucking talent. There's people that like review toys, and like I will say that I'm probably gonna piss off some people, but I don't care. There's people that review toys, and really all they can do is review toys. You know what I mean? It's just like that. But then there's people that I've met that are like fucking talented. Like they're talented in other aspects. They're just like, and I feel like that's the people I normally gravitate to. Like John's like actually a very talented dude. Like people that, and so I don't know what it is about reviewing toys that seems to gather like people that are artistically inclined. I don't know what it is, but like I feel like I've met more people that are toy reviewers, and then on the side, it's like, oh my God, you can draw this, or like you can put this together. You could there's something about like the people that do this that they just they gravitate, maybe because toys are like a tactile thing that and artists like things that you know what I'm saying, like right. Things you can touch or whatever. But I have met like a lot of artistic people. And by the way, he just became a member, Duarte. He just became. I have articulated. That's like having a superstar. I mean, Laser Pants is a member, but I don't know if that's like a flex. That's like it's like okay, but
it's all right. It's all right. Yeah, now, if you can get his new co-host to be on your channel, like Miss LP, that's a flex. That's a flex.
Oh, dude, Miss LP, I have a feeling is going
to. She got the charisma. Now I know where LP gets it from.
Yeah. I met her at Comic-Con 2 years ago, and she should be hosting. She's got a lot more like charisma. You know what I mean?
I say get rid of Bobby. Get rid of Bobby and just keep LP and Miss LP. That's my opinion. Just for the ratings,
Oh, I love it. Ninja has a great voice too. That's what Hella Geek says. Ending your membership. Oh God, I can't lose one. No, please. Anyway, so Duarte, let's I don't know, any parting words for these people. Beside I'll give you some shilly stuff too at the end, but any parting words for these fine folks on this Sunday morning?
I hope everybody's staying safe. Collect what you like. Don't follow the trends. Do what makes you happy. And if you're a creator, fuck what everybody says, man. Just do you. You're gonna get a fan base. You're gonna get people that like what you do and that like who you are and want to back you up. And that's what you want. You want to create these supports that are genuine, that are based off of actual, like, you and your work ethic and whatever else it is. So don't try to be somebody else or fill some shoes. Just do what makes you happy, whatever that is.
Wow. Do what makes you happy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't
And
know what
brings peace, whatever brings peace into your life. I think that's the most underrated thing, right?
I like that. Duarte, there's also a rumor that you are eagerly wanting to sculpt something for the Flipboard and the Champions of Neferity line. Is that true? I've heard that rumor from many people.
I mean, I guess it depends who you heard it from, but I mean, maybe, maybe.
There you go. Confirmed. Duarte's sculpting the whole line. All right. So that's it. I have a link in my description for the Shredmobile, which it is a window, by the way, because it is one person that puts it together. At some point, we gotta close the gate. Okay.
Yep. No, we will.
If you want this, I guarantee you are getting the best custom JoyToy vehicle made. Okay. And I've seen many customs. I feel like this is I don't know, this one is a cut above. And if you see how it looks like in the turtle van back there, you can have that sexiness on your shelf. Okay. So that's it. That's this was an easy, sometimes, Duarte, we call this the Hatter bump. I don't know if you heard about this. Okay. Hatter bump is like, hey, somebody's struggling. They come to, I don't want to brag, but they come to the Mad Hatter channel. We give them a little bump. They get, by the way, Johnny is technically a recipient of the Hatter bump, except he exceeded me. He showed up with like his fucking, like that snot bubble coming from his nose, just some punk. I cleaned him up. I brought him to the forefront, and then now he eclipsed me, and now he thinks he's like hot shit. But sometimes that happens. This was one where there didn't need to be much of a bump because it was so cool. It was just cool from the get-go. I didn't have to I was like, I don't have to work that hard. I just have to show it. And I'm very excited that a lot of people are getting it. People are with it. And I'm very, very, dude, you got to see what this guy is cooking up for the next thing. I'm not going to give it away. Okay. Just whisper me later. I'll fucking tell you.
Technically, you will give it away just when the time's right.
Right, when the time is right. But it's fucking amazing. You are going to, people will lose, I will say this, people will lose their mind when they see the thing that you're working on now as well. And it complements, it's not a new mutant module, don't worry. It's not like oh my god, I got the crappy one. Mutant module, it's great. Yeah, exactly. But you got to see the next one. Let's just clean up just some of these other chats right here. Hatter bump, please consult the doctor. Yes, the Hatter bump, not to be confused with the Hatter bumps in plural. Hatter bumps, go see a doctor. Hatter bump in singular, that's the good one. Okay. If the chat hasn't seen Duarte's awesome vid of making the Street Fighter tableau, check it out. Duarte, where do they? You're on Instagram.
And
but
YouTube.
You also have a channel. YouTube, it's Duarte Studios, correct?
Yep.
So I'll put a link to that as well. Laser Pan saying Hatter bump usually involves a long pinky nail and a white powdery substance. That's the Hatter bumps. Laser Pants, you got it wrong. Scotty equipment. If you get Hatter bumps, you'll need an ointment to clear. Yeah, we got all the jokes. Ramen Toys. I need a bump as soon as well, dude. Ramen Toy. I'm always there for that guy. No one can touch Hatter's production value. No, you know what? None. My production value is my excitement and my co-signing, of these things, because I don't know if you know this, Duarte. I never lie. I like that. I will always truthfully. I have had, and I will say this too. I've had people that have tried to send me some things, and I will sometimes point guard and be like, I'm just not, I will just say the polite way. I will just say, it's not really my thing, we move on with our day.
I get it. Yeah. Nobody likes yes men.
Nobody likes yes men. Yeah, exactly. Toka That Razor, by the way, gifting 10 memberships to 10 Lucky fucking people.
This is where you got to hit the bam, 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 you know?
Yeah, exactly. That hacky. I should buy one of those hacky fucking things and just do that like one day, just like, just and then return it to Best Buy or wherever you get those stupid things. But thank you, Toka That Razor. Duarte, Toka That Razor, he sort of keeps the lights on, if you don't know, in the Hatter nation. You know what I mean? He's a big he's a high-ranking soldier in Hatter Nation. I will say that. Articulated Ninja, I need a Hatter bump with my height. Can you help? For you, Articulated, dude, we should.
He needs a Hatter ladder.
Oh, I love that. The Hatter ladder.
Dude, yeah, you like that?
Something.
You're welcome.
We got to use that for something. What is Toy Stalker saying? Duarte, get him to stop talking now, where he's going to give it away. I'm not going to give it away. I'm not giving it away. Okay.
He won't give this one away. Trust me.
No, I don't want to piss. I don't want to piss off Duarte. Okay, so that's it. Link in my description. Get your mutant modules $50 down. $50, and you don't worry about the rest till later. Okay, I think it's going to. I will predict this once I do a review of that turtle van. You will get more people coming out of the woodwork going, where do I get the mutant? Because it always happens. You think think when you do these videos that everyone knows about them, and
nope.
But I guarantee that's going to be also. I think when people see them together.
Hey, listen, people saw the videos. They for sure saw them because people were walking up to me at ZoloCon and they were like, "I saw that online yesterday."
Yeah, no, dude, I'm telling you, got a pop. Like some shit just doesn't get a pop, especially when I do it. But that one got a pop. So Purple Rain, the Shredmobile, get it while you can. Yeah, that's it, guys. Thank you for coming to the Sunday morning show
extravaganza.
What happened?
The Sunday morning extravaganza.
Sunday morning extravaganza. I never do 2 lives, by the way. But I wanted to give this its due time because I believe in this as well. I may do, guys, another live, just a little bit of business. I got this stupid thing, Ninja Turtle Magic the Gathering cards. Okay, like some.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
They announced it, and I immediately, because I'm a Ninja Turtle sucker, I was like, I got to get this. So I am going to be doing probably a live stream this week, opening up these cards and seeing what amazing cards I get. And if I get $100,000 Charizard equivalent card, maybe I just don't do this anymore. Duarte, this might be my last week. I might get rich off of these cards and just not do this anymore.
Dude, you want to talk about $100 million Pokemon cards? The other day, I was going through like my boxes of random shit that I was getting rid of, and I found my binder. It's this thick with original first editions from 98 and 99 in the sleeve. They're in single sleeves, and then the regular page sleeves. I have the entire first collection, the second collection. Bro, it's this thick. And I haven't gotten it appraised yet, but I was like, holy shit, it's insane.
You might have like fucking thousands of dollars worth of shit.
Bro, hold on.
Like I don't know all the Pokemon. I don't know. Do you guys know it? Like but like didn't fucking Logan Paul buy a Pokemon card for like $1 million? Like it's oh god, dude, this guy might be a fucking millionaire. Hey, if he is, just in the chat, just tell him it's not worth anything. And hey, what's up, buddy?
Hey, what's up, buddy? So like, look, you could tell I was a kid back then, right? Because I stickered the shit out of everything.
Oh my god, you were like, wow,
bro. Hold on.
All right. Nobody wants to see this. We want to see these Pokemon cards. I don't know what's worth anything here.
So just so people know, I never played with them. I played with other people's cards. I never played with mine. I would open them. I would put them in an individual sleeve and then put them in the binder, and that's where they stayed since 98.
These are from 98? Yeah, show it to the camera.
Yeah, like...
Okay, it's chat. Does anyone in the chat know, like...
Yeah,
you might have a fucking fortune here.
So, let me show you some of the really, really good, like... Where did I find those at? I got a few first edition holographics in here.
Duarte, Joey Rios is saying, Pokemon guy here, if he has original first editions, get them graded with PSA, and he probably has hundreds of thousands.
Yeah, I do. I actually have, I think, a dozen first edition. Like, here's my holographic Charizard. Right here on the corner.
Wait, don't bend it. Don't watch your finger. Dude, you might have you might be rich. What
That
are
would
you
be some
doing?
shit. That would be some shit.
Guys, you better order a Shredmobile before he gets those appraised. He might not be coming back.
He might not be coming back.
Joey Rios are these? Hold on, show it to the cat. Duarte, do me a favor.
Yeah,
like flip them to the camera and fucking yeah, get a safety deposit. Like just do a quick flip because I like maybe somebody can catch like some of the shit that you have here. Like this doesn't mean anything to me, but like I have to imagine you have a fortune here.
Bro, let me see. I'm trying to find the ones that say first edition on them that are holographic because I have quite a few.
Says that's an unlimited Charizard. If it's a graded 10, it's like 15K. What's the one that's like the Logan Paul? Like, isn't there one worth like
I think that's a shadowless because like they have shadows on the side of the artwork, and like I was reading up on that, so I think that was the difference. Like here, for example, this one's not holographic, but I know it's still worth something because it's a star. But like Nido Queen, first edition.
Oh my God! Hold on, let me
get you a better one. Wait, Johnny, there's so many. I got the Japanese cards as well too from '98 here as well. Oh, here we go. First edition, baby. And it looks pretty fucking minty. First edition, holographic, Team Rocket, Dragonite.
Okay. I mean, does anybody know what that's worth? Like, Articulated Ninja says $2. He's about to retire. Orders are closed. Whoa.
That's funny. Dude, yeah, I have...
Dude, this is fucked up, man. Like, you are... like fucked up in a good way. Like, like you might have like house money.
Dude, that would be fantastic.
I agree with Laser Cans. Like, don't sleep on, dude. Like, where do you go? Because I know like comic grading. Like, where do you go to get this grading?
Look at this. Ready? First edition, holographic, fossil edition, pre-release holographic Aerodactyl.
Okay, I don't know what it means. I mean, it looks cool. You know, dude.
I couldn't tell you, bro.
Okay, do you have interest in selling these, or are you just kind of like, I'll see
what
happens?
I do. I genuinely do, especially if it's like that kind of money, bro. I would, for me and my life to be a lot better and peaceful. Yeah, 100%. I'd sell the collection.
Okay, Joey Rios. I feel like he's like the expert on this. Logan Paul sold the Illustrator Pikachu that was only won by people who play. Oh, okay, so that was like people play like a super rare.
So here's another first edition holographic Machamp, and it's in the factory seal.
Oh my God! Look at that Machamp with the 4 arms. I remember Machamp.
Yeah,
150 or more to see. Pokemon to be a Pokemon master is my destiny, dude. We should have made this stream just about Pokemon cards. Holy shit,
dude! I got so many here, it's ridiculous. Like I even have this. This was because I was big Lieutenant Surge electric Pokemon fan. So this was like I bought the whole Lieutenant Surge electric pack from Japan. So it came with all the cards and the holographics, but it was all in Japanese. And then like this was the Neo Geo original binder that I never opened.
Oh my God, that's probably worth something too. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Whoa.
So yeah, I probably got some gems in here.
Yeah. Dude, so Joey Rios is saying first edition graded anywhere between 9 and 10 are thousands, but Charizard first edition will get you a house. Is any of that stuff, do you know, is that first edition shit?
So all of these that I've been showing off now are first edition. My Charizard's not a first edition. It was obviously released in the card I have of Charizard here is holographic. It's mint, and it was released in '98 because the card on it says '98 on it. But it's not a first edition. Not the Charizard, at least, but all the other cards, yeah.
Dude, I feel like you got gold, man. I feel like that fucking thing is so thick that binder.
Dude, I'm literally going halfway through, and it's still, and I got so many holographic trainer cards and energy cards, like this one, holographic Team Rocket energy card.
Energy card. Yeah, I remember those.
I got stuff. You know, the other day I saw that video. Some guy apparently is buying, like, I forgot which Pokemon it was, but he's buying all of those cards. They're like cheap $2 cards, but he's buying all of them so he can like change the value on the market of like what they're worth and stuff. So I started thinking like, man, what's one real shitty cheap Pokemon card that I could go and try to buy all of them, right?
Just game the market.
Yeah, and then just sell one to Mad Hatter for $1,000 and refund you the money, you know?
Yeah. Robot Reviews. What's up, buddy? With the $5, I already felt old due to the fact my 40th birthday is on Tuesday, but now after seeing those Pokemon cards, I feel ancient. LOL. Great collection, Duarte.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, buddy. Yeah, Laser Pants is saying you just struck gold. Bulldog saying you need to go card show when the grading companies are there so you can get a bunch. Yeah, I do know that these grading companies, they go to these card shows.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, whatever you do, don't go to Pawn Stars where the guy's like, let me bring in my expert. And then they're like, you know, I'll give you $500 for, you know, $50,000 worth of shit.
Right, right.
Joy Rios, that champ isn't worth much, but that card always came as a first edition from reconstructed decks. So everyone has it as a first edition.
Good to know.
Joey Rios, he's got solid knowledge here. It's a solid card.
Yeah.
Get them graded because selling them ungraded drastically. Yeah, you gotta. I know that from comics, so you gotta grade that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, you gotta do something, man. You gotta fucking oh, we got $10 right here. Trash around my plastic. God, I'm old. God, I'm old. I'm not a Pokemon person. Granted, I thought Mewtwo was cool and Pikachu was just super cute like Grogu. So here's a little something since I missed your podcast with Johnny. Thank you, buddy. Very generous. I get the $10 and Duarte gets $100,000 from his Pokemon collection. Dude, you really do have to get that.
Bro, you know what that means? That means I can actually reach out to Ace a lot sooner and like start production on some stuff because now I can afford to pay for my own molds. I might not even need a Kickstarter.
Dude, although I don't suggest that. I would
right.
let the people pay for your Kickstarter. But you might have Laser Pants is saying first edition Machamp is $15K. This is crazy, dude.
Bro,
I really think I know it was just kind of an off the cuff thing, but you should get all of those. You should go to a toy show or a card show and get all those fucking things. Get all those things appraised because there's gold there. Okay, so yeah, that's it. That was an interesting
segue.
That was an interesting left turn that we took. That you are probably rich. Okay, so so even more reason to get that. You know, like if I'm rich, I'm not pumping out customs. I'm just fucking, you know, I'm just living.
You know what it is, bro? For me personally, and I mean, somebody in the chat correct me if I'm wrong and if there's an easier way, but for me, it's the whole got to take it out of the fucking binder, got to package it, got to ship it. Hopefully, it don't get stolen, damaged, lost, whatever. And then they're gonna grade it. They're gonna charge. I don't even know, so I'm just gonna guess like $100 to grade the card. And what if the card's only worth $50 fucking dollars? Like that, you know, I need to know from the guy or from the people like, oh, that card it's worth a few grand, depending on the low end this much. Okay, cool. I'll spend $100 to grade it, no problem, because I know it's gonna be at least worth $1,000, right?
Right.
But let's be honest. At least 50% of this collection, maybe more, might be $1, $2 fucking, you know, because I have the whole collection, but unless it's worth more as a complete set than it is, here's a $2 Pikachu card or, you know, then I might not be sitting on a lot. But the holographic ones and the more rare ones, those are worth grading. Yeah, I would totally do it. But again, like I would prefer to be able to walk up to someone and be like, Here's the card. Do your thing. Okay, boom, bang, boom. I'll be back in an hour. There's no in between. There's no it got lost, it got stolen, we accidentally damaged it. None of that stuff. That's the biggest concern for me.
But I mean, you're in New York, right, or Jersey?
Jersey, yeah.
Yeah, dude, there's got to be a ton of fucking cars. You're in a major state, or major city. Like, there's got to be tons of places.
Well, there's definitely places, but then again, the issue that you mentioned, since I don't really know what these are worth, I don't want someone telling me it's worth 1,000. I'll give you 500, and I go home and find out that it was actually worth 10,000. Oh, no,
but you would never take a deal in the room.
Right,
like you would just show it to somebody, get a fucking appraisal, and be like, "Thank you very much," and then walk away and then do your home. Like, yeah, so dude, that's fucking what a way to end the show. Holy shit, guy, Joey Rios, is there any chance that there's house money here? Like, could there be? Is there anything here that might be worth?
It's too soon.
Like Joey knows.
Too soon. Too soon. If I wait like a year, can I then? I need house money. All right. Well, crazy way. Joey said that Collect-A-Con is in New Jersey in July. I might have to go to that then if it's right here.
Dude, you should. Yeah, just do it. Again, you don't make any deals in the room, no matter how fucking desperate they are. And
right.
Just fucking, you just like get that fucking up. Yeah, please, dude, keep us posted, man. That is.
I will. Crazy. Hey Joey, or anyone in the chat, do you guys know if there is a website where it gives you a general value of things, right? Because we know that if the card is worth 100, it'll depend on its quality, right? Like, does it have scratches? Does it have dents? Does it have? I've researched that far into it, where they look at it with a microscope and see the micro scratches and all that bullshit, because people charge money to actually polish those things out. It's the craziest thing on a card. But is there a website that says it can be worth from here to here, just so that when I do speak to someone in person and they try to lowball the shit out of me, I already know that they're not really even near the mark type of deal? Is there a site like that, similar to like Funko Pops and shit like that, with like values, or is it kind of just up in the air?
Dude, there has to be.
Right, I just don't know of it.
No, I know, but Pokemon cards are like the hottest thing.
Right.
There's gotta be.
Right, bro. They've been around since what, 94, 95?
Yeah.
So,
and they've not dwindled in their heat. Like, people are still obsessed with these.
Dude, I stopped collecting at 152. When they started going past 152, I picked up some of the Japanese ones, but then, I started like growing into finding out what a woman was, and Pokemon wasn't really a thing for me anymore. So then that's when that stopped. But now I look at it and I think they're like over 1,000 different Pokemon now. It's fucking insane.
Yeah. I still haven't hit my finding out about women phase, but I'm hoping to very soon. Yeah, that's fucking crazy. Anyway, yeah, I hope you do something with that, and I do hope that there is fucking gold in Denver Hills, because
Me too.
Fucking wild. Problem is you have them raw, and yeah, I think the main but I get what you're saying. You don't want to go through the grading process until you speak to somebody that says there's stuff worth grading, because it's like having like comics that are not worth anything. Like the money to grade them. Yeah, that's a lot of holy shit. Vagina distracted me a lot in high school. Duarte, I will be asking about your cards tonight at 8 p.m. on our live. This is crazy. Pay me for videography and card. Dude, I'm telling you, Ninja, help this guy. I feel
an investment, bro. Yo, could you imagine that? He's like, hey, give me $1,000 to do all these videos or whatever. And I'm like, cool, here's a Charizard, right? And then like 6 months later, he's like, I just took that $1,000 Charizard and got it 10 grand for that shit. Dude, can you imagine? It's like getting gold.
I feel like if I gave that card to somebody and I found out it was worth 10 grand, I'd probably have to kill them.
Right.
Like, I mean, I'd have no I love Ninja, but it's like I'd have to, if I found out I gave that to somebody, somebody would have to die.
Or you might have to hit him up, because listen, I don't want to kill Ninja. I actually like Ninja, so I might have to call him up and be like, listen, bro, I think I got at least like 7 more promo videos out of that card. Like, I think you owe me like 7 more videos.
That card as a retainer. Okay, so you don't go right to murder. You use that card as a retainer to get like $10,000 worth of
right.
Work. Yeah,
it's like a retainer fee.
Dude, this is great. That's wild, dude. I'm happy for you. I think you got something there.
Thank
Quipper
you.
saying you have a child. Oh yeah, that's right. I have to know about women because I have a child. But yes, Ninja, help this guy buy a house. I'm telling you, there's gold. I could tell when as soon as chat, didn't your eyes light up as soon as you saw that notebook with the all the stickers? You're like, oh my god, there's probably something so rare. Oh my lord, there's a diamond in the rough. Anybody know Logan Paul? Tell him to call Duarte and let's get some fucking money here, baby.
Let's
Okay,
do it.
and then, dude, you know what I'm hoping for? Then you get rich. You refund everybody because you just stop production on Shredmobile, and then I have the only Shredmobile that exists, which means I'm rich.
That's true. That's true. Oh, but then can you imagine how much I could sell the prototype for?
Oh, dude, you're just making money. You're just fucking making money. I love this. See, you make money in this chat, guys. Everybody's gonna make.
Everybody's like, you get $1.
Okay. All right. I got to go for real ski, and I think you do too because it's right in the middle of the day. Duarte, you're a gentleman. Thank you for
you for having me.
For showing up for these sexy people. Everybody in this chat is sexy. I put the link in the description for his Shopify. But look in my description because it tells you the code. It's code House Hatter. That's how you get code. Yeah, sorry. I'm so used to the other code, but
dude,
you're
setting it up so that they message me and they're like, the code doesn't work.
Oh right, damn it, that's right. That's true. So that's it. The Shredmobile's still out there, window's still open. Duarte's rich, he's house rich. We just didn't know. We all found out now. And a happy Sunday.
Yep.
To everybody, and order your Shredmobiles because they're fucking awesome. Thank you very much. Ending the stream now. I wanna be the very best, like no one ever was. Very best.